Hey, what's up everyone? Abe Olanders here of Yugatech, and today POCO made a global announcement of their latest gaming smartphone, the POCO F4 GT. And we have here our very own unit with us, which we will be unboxing for you and doing a review. The packaging of the POCO F4 GT comes in this rather large box with yellow-black colors, and once you lift up the lid, you go straight to a smaller packaging for the documents. The Type-C to 3.5mm audio adapter, and this clear gel case. The rest of the items inside the box are the SIM ejector pin, the 120-watt charger, and the Type-C charging cable. What's most impressive about the POCO F4 GT is that it stands as the most affordable smartphone with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. It's way cheaper than the Xiaomi 12 and the Realme GT Pro that also comes with the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and priced somewhere in between 35,000 to 40,000 pesos. As for the POCO F4 GT, we still don't have an exact PH price as of posting this video, but if we hazard a guess, it will be between 20,000 to 25,000 pesos. So that's pretty competitive if you ask us. Our review unit comes in stealth black and has 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. That's already in the flagship category and more than enough for most of our gaming needs. The POCO F4 GT is fast, blazing fast. It's snappy and very responsive, can load a lot of apps and not break a sweat. The Snapdragon 8 and 12GB of RAM with 3GB memory extension can gobble up anything you throw at it. Although it gets hot, not too hot but noticeably hot. Same experience we had with the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Real-world performance is equally matched in our synthetic benchmark tests. It even scored more than 900,000 points in Antutu. The 6.67-inch OLED display is large enough for gaming and watching movies. The 1080 by 2400 pixel screen resolution is nothing to brag about, but the display supports HDR+10, up to 1 billion colors, and 120Hz refresh rate. Again, stating the obvious, this is configured for most gaming needs. That display is also rated A+ by DisplayMate and also protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass Victus. The fingerprint scanner is side-mounted along with the power button. The bezels around the display is a bit thicker than usual, and the edges are flat, but that's actually intentional in order to avoid unnecessary or accidental touches on the screen when you're deep into playing your favorite games. Being a gaming smartphone, it has physical shoulder buttons that they refer to as the Magneto-Motive Shoulder Keys 2.0. You will rarely see this in smartphones these days, and putting this in here screams, "Let's get gaming." All other buttons like the power and control volumes are strategically placed where it will not get in the way. For hardcore gamers, the trigger offers a controller experience and apex level precision. The pop-up triggers are designed with magnetic levitation technology and can be customized to specific buttons instead of the buttons on the screen. The design of the POCO F4 GT looks simple, although there are a few touches that hints of a gaming device. Some funky etching on the frosted glass back, lightning-style LED flash, and the landscape orientation of the placement of the ports. Even the L-shaped charging cable was designed specifically for gamers. The rest of the usual connectivity options are also present here. Bluetooth 5.0, dual 5G, NFC, and an IR blaster that you can use as a remote control to connect to your appliances at home. POCO may not have focused too much on camera and photography, but the F4 GT's triple rear cameras offer decent performance in the imaging department. The main camera is a 64MP Sony IMX686 sensor with an f1.9 aperture. The second camera has an 8MP ultra-wide sensor with an f2.2 aperture and 120 degrees field of view, while the third sensor is a 2MP macro lens with f2.4 aperture. Take a look at the sample photos taken from the three cameras. For video, it can handle up to 4K resolution at 60 FPS and slow motion capture of 720p at 960 frames per second. The front-facing camera has a 20-megapixel Sony IMX596 sensor with an f2.4 aperture. For audio, POCO managed to include symmetrical quad speakers with Dolby Atmos tuning. Packing a 4,700 mAh battery, the POCO F4 GT can last an entire day with 5G enabled and over a day and a half on moderate use with Wi-Fi. In our PCMark battery test, the device scored 9 hours and 51 minutes on a full charge and about 14 and a half hours on a full HD video loop test at 50% brightness, 0 volume, and on airplane mode. Nothing impressive here really, but when you consider the 120-watt hypercharge it can deliver on its promise. Imagine going from full drain to fully charged in under 20 minutes. Now that's a better picture. To sum it up, the features we really liked about the POCO F4 GT includes a solid construction with aluminum frame and glass front and back, with the latest and fastest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset, along with generous 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM, super fast wired charging, great audio quality, all in a very affordable price point. On the other hand, there are a few things that could have been better in our opinion, like the cameras. And there's actually no micro SD card expansion here. Also, the device only supports splash resistance and no IP67. Absent also is the 3.5mm audio jack. Anyway, let's all go over the full hardware specs of the POCO F4 GT before we end this video. Overall, if you're looking at flagship hardware without digging deep into your pocket, then the POCO F4 GT is your best bet. It may not have the flair of the Realme GT Pro nor the solid build of the Xiaomi 12, but it can perform at par with the rest of the other flagship phones released this year. So, what do you guys think about the new POCO F4 GT? Do let us know by leaving a comment in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated of our future uploads. Follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and TikTok, or visit yugatech.com for more tech news and reviews. Once again, this is Abe, and I will see you in our next video.